Welcome to today's session. For the next few days, we are going to look at thoughts, or what psychologists like to call cognitions. You will learn some tools that will help you become aware of your thoughts. You will learn to notice how your thoughts and the language you choose affects how you feel. We will also discuss helpful and unhelpful thinking patterns and look at some ways you can challenge unhelpful thoughts. So when you are ready, gently close your eyes. Allow any sounds in the room, in the house, or outside to be there. The sounds you hear around you or in your phone are a part of the session now. Use your out-breath to release the tension in your forehead, neck and shoulders. We want to start these sessions with a blank canvas. And on that canvas, we're going to start with a brief illustration. Two people are waiting for a train at the platform. We are going to call them Person A and Person B. It starts to rain. Person A's mood begins to lift. The corners of her mouth lift slightly as she appears visibly content. She is now smiling to herself. Person B is standing beside her. Her mood also changes with the rain. Her shoulders slump a little. She has a defeated look on her face. She is definitely not smiling. Both persons are experiencing the same rain. The only difference between the two women is the thoughts that are going through each of their minds. Person A is looking content. Just take a minute to think about what kind of thoughts might be going through her mind. Person B is looking defeated. Just take a minute to think about what kind of thoughts are going through her mind. On day 3, we talked about how focus affects our mood and how what we choose to focus on affects how we feel. In our Person A and Person B example, I think it could be safe to say that Person B was not deliberately and actively trying to make herself feel bad. I am sure if she had a choice, Person B would much rather feel the way Person A does each time it rains. Person A was probably thinking thoughts like, "My garden is going to get a good water," or "I really enjoy the sound of the rain on a roof." Person B is probably thinking thoughts like, "Melbourne is so depressing. It always rains here. Look at the gloomy sky. I wish summer would come." Or, "I really don't have the energy right now to deal with this rain." So what can Person B do about it? Person B is not deliberately trying to make herself feel bad, but it's clear her thinking habits are not serving her well. On day 3, I talked about choice and how what you choose to focus on affects how you feel. But in this case, it does not seem that Person B is making an active choice to be unhappy. The problem is awareness. In order to choose how we want our thoughts to travel, we need to be aware of those thoughts and how they are affecting us. Most of the time our thoughts run on autopilot. Now let's consider another example, one that is a little more close to home. Person A and Person B both wake up with what they call 9 out of 10 severe pain. Person A has a determined look on her face, gets up and slowly tries to do some stretches. Person B looks deflated and defeated and cancels her activities for the day. Take a moment to think about how a person who wakes up with 9 out of 10 pain could have a determined look on her face. What thoughts is she thinking? Perhaps she is thinking, "It's not going to be easy, but I am not going to let my pain stop me from what I'm doing. I have the tools to help me cope with the pain. I know how the pain limits me, but every day I am extending those limits a little more." Person B is most likely thinking, "Why does this have to happen to me? All I wanted was a normal life. Is just one day without pain too much to ask?" The journey from Person B to Person A thinking is not something that happens overnight. But the journey starts with cultivating an awareness of your thoughts. In our intervention today, I'm going to ask you to reflect on a moment, experience, interaction that did not make you feel good. I want you to choose a moment where you noticed your mood drop, and then see if you can recall what thoughts would have been going through your mind at the time. Just take a few more moments to really get in touch with that moment when you got upset or noticed your mood drop. Check your forehead and shoulders now. If you notice any tension in those areas, just release them with the out-breath. I want us to start with a blank canvas. This will help us get a clear picture of what is going on in your mind and your body when these problematic thoughts happen. Take a minute now to release any tension in your body with the out-breath. Now take yourself back to that moment where you noticed your mood drop. Examine your thoughts about it. Don't judge your thoughts, just watch them. Let the thoughts come and go, like leaves passing down a stream, or traffic passing down a road. Now see if you can notice how your thoughts might have contributed to how you felt. Allow yourself to feel those feelings as they arise. Look for any areas where you might be tense. Were those thoughts contributing to that tension? Release those tense areas now with the out-breath. Savor the out-breath if it helps. Now think about the scenario again. Play the whole thing out. Notice everything you can notice about it. Your thoughts, your moods. Relive that, but as an observer. Learning to become aware of how certain thoughts affect feelings is critical. Without this awareness, we are left at the mercy of our instincts and circumstances. Tomorrow will be a fun session. We will look at what's called common cognitive distortions. That is, common thought worms and modes of thinking that can get a person in trouble. I'll leave you now with a lovely inspirational quote from Mark Twain. Life is one damn thing after another.